Greetings to you who are listening. This message is concerning circumcision. Circumcision is a law that we are to observe. In the book of Genesis, chapter 17, in the book of Genesis, chapter 17, in the time of Abraham, when the Creator or the Elohim made a covenant with him. He told him in Genesis chapter 17, verse 9 to 12, that the covenant that he would make a covenant with Abraham, that his seed shall inherit the land of inheritance. He told him that the token or the reward of that covenant, the token of that covenant, the sign of that covenant, the mark of that covenant is the circumcision. All male that is of 8 days old, that is born out of the matrix, must be circumcised. All males born out of the matrix, on the 8th day they must be circumcised. And this was an everlasting covenant. Everlasting covenant that he made with Abraham. Abraham, who was the Hebrew. And then when we look further into the account, in what was mentioned in Leviticus chapter 12, we see that the Israelites, Israel, the sons of Israel, who came from the Abraham's lineage. For Abraham had Isaac, Isaac, Jacob, Jacob name was changed to Israel, or Israel as we pronounce in the English. And the sons of Israel, the sons of Israel, was given this commandment as well, to remind them that all males 8 days old must be circumcised. Leviticus chapter 12. One to 3 explains this. All male child on the 8th day must be circumcised. We look at in the time of Joshua, before the Israelites crossed to the promised land. In the account of Joshua or Yahushua, before the Israelites entered into the promised land, the children who were born of the elders, they were circumcised. Joshua explained to the children of Israel, commanding them the Elohim spoke to Joshua that he must make a sharp knife to circumcise the sons of Israel a second time. The reason is the elders who were circumcised, their children were not circumcised. The elders, as you would know, or you may know, died off into the wilderness. They were rebellious and stiff-necked, and the Elohim killed them. But the children who were of those elders, they were to be circumcised. And they were all circumcised. All males were circumcised before they enter into the promised land. Joshua chapter 5. One to 4.
I also want to mention, in our African indigenous traditions, in such tribes like the Igbo, the Yoruba, and other tribes that are prevalent, circumcision is done. Circumcision of the male child on the 8th day is done for the traditions. For these traditions are practiced. The traditions and the law is the same. The traditions and the law is one.
Exodus chapter 12, verse 43 to 50. All native born of the land and the strangers must be circumcised in order to observe the Passover and to partake in ceremonial festivities. Ezekiel chapter 44, verse 5 to 9. All native born of the land and the stranger must be circumcised in order to enter the sanctuary. Anyone who is not circumcised shall not enter the sanctuary,
And if you are not circumcised, you shall not enter into the everlasting kingdom.